Welcome back to Let's Play Skyborn. Last time we met Alda and heard her story after coming into the forest for some ether fuel. And we are pretty kitted out. Right, we have a flamethrower +2. Hits all enemies, inflicts burning, napalm does extra damage. That's the Platina +2 weapon. I specifically am waiting until I can buy some, or the augment that provides a blind effect on hit before actually throwing that on to Claret. So let's head on as I adjust. Hang on. I had this set up well. Let me just make my actual OBS window smaller. I need the OBS window actually up so that I can... There we go. Wait, hang on. Wait, what? No. I apologize. There we go. Yeah, there's kind of a double vision effect if I don't do that. Do we have all 10 of the flowers? We do for when we go back. Okay. I like the filter in here. We are over leveled to the extent where I don't mind kind of passing over the random encounters. I mean, we are probably at the level where we will instantly learn our next class up skills, let's be real. You wasted your turn with Circle of Healing. Okay. Yeah, with regards to my sort of almost project of covering a bunch of RPG Maker games, I did pick up some in the Humble sale. Fairly often in the Humble store, you can buy like a bunch of RPG Maker games developed and published by Aldorlia predominantly for like less than $1 each. So I picked up a bunch of those. As well as another thing for the sake of LPing, although that's more of a completing an older project, or going back to an older project thing. I'm kind of like just going through this area because it's not like we're going to find ore in a forest. Oh, geez. There's a lot of area here. This seems like an optional path because of the drop down. I do want to note that... Oh, red button, okay. I do want to note that I'm not specifically dedicating the channel to RPG Maker games or even focusing on doing a bunch of them in a row. It's just I kind of want to spotlight some of them. The ones that do interesting things with the engine. Whether it's... Well, it's... Why is there gold ore in a... Okay. In Platina? Okay. It's a bit strange. But, yeah. Which means I am going to be doing a lot of Aldorlia stuff. Exit Fate is on the table. Probably Hylix at some point, but that is a weird looking game. Yeah, I'm not like focusing the channel on RPG Maker games or anything. After this, I am going to focus on at least starting to record for a couple of unfinished projects. Wow. Was not expecting Alda to actually gain levels here. But, yeah, it's just... I think that RPG Maker gets a bad reputation because there are a lot of projects that are, like, literally made by a 12-year-old who thinks they know what makes a Final Fantasy, like an old Final Fantasy game, good. I didn't do RPG Maker stuff as a kid, but that's the kind of thing I would do if I had artistic talent. Oh, there's a cool shrine here. There's a door there. That's probably the way forward. That's why I'm ignoring... Oh, wait, no, that's just to a chest. Do I need to find a lever or a switch? It's probably the way forward over there. Find the yellow switch. Okay. Like, this game's good design things that are interesting are the augment system and the mapping. The map design here is actually very, very good. I've never felt like I've been getting mixed up for by no fault of my own. Okay, arguably I kind of felt like that with the chests back in the coal mine. Aha. But, like, everything feels natural to me as someone who's played, like, Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI. Which are very much the games that RPG Maker is specifically inspired by. The Ace of Spades! The Ace of Spades! That's 2/3 of them. So we need 4 more, one of which is from beating the arena quest. I do need to ask on the Steam forum, and I probably will have by the time this goes up. This goes up in several days from recording, because I backlog everything, because I wind up really liking everything I record, which is a good thing. Well, almost everything. Oh my. Look at this place. It seems to go on for miles in every direction. It's quite easy to get lost down here, but if we're diligent about remembering the landmarks, we have nothing to fear. Oh, is this a Lost Woods? No, this is just a massive map. Or maybe it... Okay. This is cool, because it wraps. It's like, boom. So then we want to go up one, and then wrap. That's kind of how I explore wrapping areas. I do appreciate also the exploration node system, because it's kind of specifically designed for to alleviate grinding. Like, dang, we're getting a lot of levels from these things. Like, I'm not sure combat balance is a particular strength of this game, because, like, we are completely destroying things by just having fought every single encounter earlier in the game. Like, I'm used to that being the expected thing in games with visible encounters. So that's the green switch door. Alright, let's check it out then. Exploration node and 3 of spades. Okay, only need to find 2 more. One of which I'm certain is in the coal mines. Okay, these cell doors are, of course, locked. Or maybe not even necessarily locked, they just don't open. That's a progress thing. Oh, I see. Just follow arrows, I bet, yeah. Alright. Yeah, I just wanted to wrap every row. Because again, I feel like that's just the best way to deal with wrapping areas. I guess for those unfamiliar with the term, wrapping means that, you know, you go to, like, in the arcade Mario Bros. Game that came with, like, every Game Boy Advance Mario game, that's how I think most people know that game. I think we've already been here. Well, just wrap, just in case. When you went, you know, off one edge of the screen, you would reappear on the other end of the screen. Okay, yeah, we're back at the start. Or Kid Icarus. That's wrapping. I didn't know you could do that with RPG Maker. That's a boss fight. And for once, it's, like, shown on the map. Well, not for once, but I think the guard was the only one that really did that. Okay. This is as far as I've ever ventured. The great beast Fafnir seems to be guarding something of great import. Perhaps now, with allies, I'll have the strength to slay him. How do you know his name is Fafnir? We have heard nothing about someone called Fafnir. So he's not like a legendary beast. Sorry, this is just the kind of thing I think of. Yeah, you command Aura. Just gonna Circle of Healing. That's not gonna be enough for Sullivan to survive again. Oh well. Claret's gonna bear the brunt of the next attack anyway. Or not. Didn't land the blind, unfortunately. But yeah, if it turns out that, like, the difficulty option only changes damage numbers, I'm gonna switch back to normal. Because that is, like, the lamest way to do difficulty. Let's see, Chaska's gonna die. Yeah. I'm just gonna take that. All the... I'll have her set up for Fortify and then attack to gain a bunch of threat. Unfortunately, Chaska doesn't really have an opportunity to redirect threat over to Alda. Oh, it was a group attack anyway. But let's do that now, while I'm thinking about it. I should have rezzed Corwin for Lazarus. Yeah, there we go. You have Fortify up, don't you? Yeah. Why are you not gaining all that threat? Ow. Yeah, Circle of Healing on the current living party members. Maybe I want to do Lightning to gain threat? No. I went Claret up because she can potion people. And it'll be a full heal. Okay, there. Alda... Yeah, Alda just is not gaining any threat despite having Fortify up. Well, no one needs a potion, so at least set up your preparation. So much for being over-leveled, I guess? Let's see, immediately divert threat over to Alda. Fortify. Defensive stance, lowers damage dealt and taken, increases threat gained. Oh, the problem is she does less damage, so takes less threat. I think. You take this turn to potion on Sullivan, who really needs to guard. Gouge to try and blind? I guess just a Cure on Sullivan works, and then I want Magic Barrier. Zealous Strike for extra threat. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm misunderstanding how threat works. I'm thinking of threat as something that there is 100 of to go around in a fight. But maybe it's just a number that keeps going up and up and up. I'm gonna need to Circle of Healing here. Sullivan's gonna go down because he's not guarding. Oh. Oh, good. Whew. Guard. Branch of Life on Claret. I'm gonna have Corwin do Lazarus on Chaska. And then Claret can use a Rain of Rejuvenation, because that's 66% to everyone. And then, yeah, Distracting Strike, go on to Sullivan. I was trying to get the threat away from Corwin. Oh, Shockwave can inflict slow. I forgot about that. Alright, Called Shot. Keep attacking to try and draw some threat. Kind of fail at it. No, not Rejuvenation. I wanted the Branch of Life. Oh well. I mean, Rain of Rejuvenation is fairly expensive. But it's not like the end of the world or anything. Probably should have potioned on Sullivan here. Alright, I'm just going to accept that he's going down this turn and use Command Aura to buff everyone else's damage, at least. I should use Debilitate and not land either buff. I really think Fortified just does not work as intended. Does Magic draw more aggro? No. Let's try it this way. Actually, Alda's the target. Of course it's Napalm, the one time that Alda actually has the threat. Okay, we're gonna have to retry this one again. Most likely. Okay. First of all, expose weakness. That way Alda and Sullivan can both draw more aggro. Distracting Strike. I mean, just try the basic attack here. Guard. And Corwin, you set up Regenerate. Okay. I'm just going to assume this is a failed thing, so let's just cut right to the retry. Really? Okay. Double strike Sullivan, which hurts. Potion him. Back to full. Traska, just go to Adrenaline Rush. Alda, go for the attack. Sullivan, guard in case of a physical strike. Set up magic barrier in case of napalm. Cool. I mean, kinda screw it. Let's see if we can make this work. Unfortunately, I don't have a physical barrier skill. Also, I can't make this work. Alright, so if I hit quit, very basic game over screen. Okay. There's not really a lot of accessory gear stuff I can do for this one. However, take the Silken Tunic of Wisdom and give it the Arcane Dust. Because it gives +1 magic resistance, which is super important. Like being able to survive an attack like that. Also, the fact we can craft these weapons makes me feel a little dumb for not having gone back to do that. But we are going to augment this. Yeah, +3 on the Imperial Warglaive. Blade Warder gets the shield ability. Let's give it the Draconid Tier. This isn't exactly an expensive item. The Platinum Mail. Let's give it the Puffin Feather. Maybe that'll work. Just hitting constantly, doing more hits because of having the speed buff. Because, yeah. I know it's a relatively rare thing, but Diamond for the crit chance as well. Let's give this another shot. If this doesn't work, then I'm turning down to normal. Let's see. He still goes first, but Alda goes first of the party. And does about 100 extra damage. Not bad. That's before even hitting with the exposed weakness. Chaska, Adrenaline Rush, Sullivan. Hit the command aura to heal everyone, or to buff everyone. And yeah, you want to do another circle of healing. Then Clarette has the opportunity to gouge and maybe land the blind? No. Skull Bash, though, which means that Sullivan survives. Alright, go for your called shot. Circle of healing again. I really would rather be able to use regenerate, but I kind of can't in good conscience. Yeah, that doesn't draw almost any threat from Sullivan, so he needs to guard. Magic Resist needs to do more. Branch of Life on Corwin. Yeah, you guard. Just go straight into Circle of Healing. Make like, I want the current people to be alive longer. Go for a basic attack. Immolate is a party attack that does very little damage, surprisingly. I really can't give up on that extra damage there. Circle of Healing. I'll concern myself with reviving later. This is when I feel safe using Regenerate. It's weird that I'm actively using the block command in a JRPG, man. Alright. I'm fairly confident Sullivan will continue to survive here, so I'm going to use Lazarus on Claret. Immolate hurts. Claret can use Rain of Rejuvenation because Corwin is the one to get a turn next. And then let's throw a haste onto Alda, actually. Napalm sucks. But guard, physical attack. I'm underestimating how good the counters are, too. Yeah, the rest of the party loses out on the experience, but hey, we survived. 18,000 experience, oh no. Boss Trophy, Fafnir, and the Hellfire Warglaive. Finalized Fafnir. Wow, even with the +3 augment, the Hellfire Warglaive is better, and it gives... Oh, it does magic damage, and Mystic Saber does 50% more damage. Alright. We got, like, literally no story progress in this video, so let's just go on a little longer here. At least fully clear the dungeon, you know? Oh, wow. Look at this. I've never seen anything like it. I have, in a junk heap. That thing just looks silly. No, look at these joints. They're nearly seamless, but they can still rotate. It looks sad. Can't we polish it up a bit before we go? Ah! At last, you have come. Long have I awaited this day. What day is it? An Earth child has returned. Why is it looking at me like that? Such time has passed. I must tell you of your kind, Earth child. But I don't have a kind. No, not anymore. Once, this land floated high above the surface. It was home to a race known as the Earth Fae. They were a varied people, some transient, some eternal, some playful, some terrible. These were the Earth's own children, the first to be born unto this world. In a time, a younger race followed, those who called themselves humans. The Fae watched humans from afar, as the young race made war and shed the blood of its own kind, yet continued to advance. That such flawed creatures could flourish both astonished and frightened the ever-unchanging Fae. The Fae saw humans forge the very bones of the earth into tools and machines which did their bidding. Envious of their creations, the Fae gave life to the first of their servants, golems, modeled after human creations but powered by Fae magic. While strong and obedient, these possessed only an imitation of true intelligence. It was not long before the Fae developed a more ambitious design. They lured humans from their homes with spells of glamour and poured Fae magic into their souls and bodies, reforming them in accordance with their own desires. Thus, a new race, Skyborn. These, the Fae deemed superior to all but themselves. The young Skyborn worshipped the Fae in turn and delighted their creators with their lively intellect and passion. The winged Skyborn, however, were still human in part. As they grew in number and in power, they grew restless. They envied the freedom of the true humans and begun to resent their Fae masters. The Skyborn's discontent grew. One day they unleashed their frustration upon a human settlement, destroying it. In doing so, they realized the full extent of their own power. The bloodlust of the Skyborn, once awakened, could not be sated. They were far too blind to be ruled, and they turned on their creators. The Fae realized their mistake too late. In their pride, they had given birth to their own demise. Not even the Fae Lord, Quaylone, could stop the slaughter. With Quaylone's defeat, the magic of the Fae lands bled out and sank beneath the clouds. And that has been the end of the race of the known as the Fae, until now. I have waited ages to impart that story should the Earthen Fae come again. Now, my mission is complete. Wait, don't go yet! I wish you well, Earthchild. It's gone. Never heard of any of this. Nor I. That story, it disturbs me. These ruins must be hundreds of years old. I wonder how long ago all of that took place. That's all you guys can say? Chaska. Chaska, I'm so sorry. My kind. I know. This just proves how despicable people can be, both Skyborn and human. Oh, that's not what I meant. Don't you see? I have a kind. All my life I believed I was some kind of horrible accident, but no, that I might actually be something. It's more than I'd ever dared to hope for. I'm happy for you? Thank you. I feel a great shame. I had no idea of the crimes my ancestors committed against yours. Neither of us were there. You needn't feel at all ashamed. Though I would be very happy if you would refrain from calling me a monster from now on. Of course. This is quite fascinating and everything, but there's a giant glowing crystal begging to be investigated. Oh, right. Wow, look at the way my gear's reacting to this thing. I've never seen this before. If everything the golem said is true, these constructs must have been fueled by Fae magic. Forgive my technological ignorance, Claret, but I think you may have found what you were looking for. It's gotta be. Give me just a second. Ether fuel. Chaska's so different. Corwin, there's no need to go around pointing it out. I just meant that she's, she's something else. You don't want to talk. Never mind. I scouted ahead. Just over there, to the right, a new path opened for us. It could be a safe way out of here. Time to go full waterfall quest. Alda, thanks for all your help. I really don't think we could have made it without you. Your skills were a great help, I must admit. Forgive my solicitude, but I feel compelled to travel with you if you would have me. You want to come with us? I do. In our short time together, I've already learned more than I ever did on my own. I believe that your Chaska may be the key. To what, I'm not certain yet. Might I just add that this is a horrible idea. You do remember who our enemies are, right? Alda's not on their side, dummy. That doesn't mean we can trust her. Have you seen those big blue wings? She's Skyborn. You complain about their attitudes. Alda, before you join us, you should know that we're planning on breaking into a high-level prison and freeing the half-breeds that the Skyborn have captured. Ah, now you've done it. Half-breeds? Whatever for? I didn't figure you would have any sympathy. There are few enough half-breeds to make the matter insignificant, free or not. They are evidence of greatly shameful acts, of course, and will never be accepted into Skyborn society. If they're so insignificant, why have Skyborn been hunting them down so ruthlessly? That I do not know. That's odd. Well, Alda, if you're going to be joining us, I'd ask that you promise one thing. You must never reveal anything to the Skyborn. Beyond that, it's up to you whether you want to help us or not. You have my solemn oath. It is obvious that my race arouses your suspicions, and rightly so. However, consider the advantage you now have with me at your side. More of them will listen to you now that wouldn't before. True enough, Alda. Now that we've got the fuel, I'm itching to get back to work. Let's head back to my shop in the industrial district. Let's go a little long. I want to turn in that quest. It is slightly brutal that there are literally only 10 flowers. You owe me 20 gold. You actually survived. Blast. We have a small fortune. Just got back from a foray in this other island. Monsters there are powerful and strange. It's like a completely different world now. Huh, imagine that. You know? Right, I want to go down a floor. Looking for the diminutive alchemist. Oh, there's an exploration node I never nabbed. It's probably not worth nearly as much XP as the others, but eh. I don't think there's even an achievement for getting all of them, is there? No. Ah, there he is. You've done it! Gimme, gimme, gimme! There you go, as promised. Experimental potion. Made enough for myself, too. Here goes. What the? Blast it! Something must be up. Bit off yet. Don't worry, this new size will hold together any ingredient from anywhere without being seen. Whee! You should see what effects the potion has on you. Oh, okay then. Diminutive chemist complete. Plus 15 build. Yeah, let's give that to Sullivan so I don't have to worry about equipment weight at all ever again. Alright. And we got a bunch of platinum ore. 5 of it. Where was the best augment shop we've seen? Is that still the one in the slums? Yeah, because that's also the best accessories shop we've seen. Next time on Let's Play Skyborn, I think we're going to go try out the arena a bit more now that we've gained some levels and some gear. And, well, I'm probably going to try a +2 Warglaive, or Double Blade, or whatever it's called. Oh yeah, we also need to get some accessories for Alta. See you guys then.